are these 4 plays that are going to be integral to our varsity, but also what I think that if we can get great at this at the youth level, it's misdirection, it's kind of an inside zone, it's more of a veer, sweep, and then just our power plays. And go through all that, because off each one of those, there's play action stuff. Okay? And so if we can have 4 great running plays that we can do out of a bunch of different positions, a bunch of different looks and motions, and then also have play action off of it, all this other stuff, reverses and quick or bellies and downs and all that other stuff, I don't, those are more just straight ahead, bang your head plays, where this has some variation that's going to make the defense struggle. So I was just I was looking, and I drew up our dive play right here. 24, 45 dive, thinking about the guys that are going to run more of a double wing set. And I thought, maybe we ought to just have the running back, the fullback hit that quick, as opposed to having one of these guys motion back and then trying to redirect north and south. Maybe we just turn that into, it's just a change of the number. You could go A jet, and have that guy who's off the line of scrimmage. He's sprinting as fast as he can. We're going to get outside influence from this defensive end as soon as he sees jet motion. Again, when we talk about varsity kids, and I'm talking about high school, let alone youth kids, as soon as they see motion, all their eyes go right to the motion. All right, no matter what, I don't care how disciplined of a coach you are, it happens in the NFL. That's why counters still work in the NFL, and boots and nakeds and things like that. So rather than having this guy try to come in here and redirect, we could get some play out or some fake motion here, have him dive out, and then have this guy just kind of getting that defensive end's way, because he's going to take an outside release. He's going to outside release when he sees jet motion. And then the fullback then, who's probably going to end up being your best running back, he becomes the dive back if you want to run it out of double wing. So it was just something I was toying with this morning, when I was, those are things that we can look at. But when we go outside, I want to go over quarterback and running back footwork for dive, sweep, power, and counter, and then also the play action off of that. So there's our dive right there. And again, I like running dive because it looks like our inside zone at the high school level. But if we get into a wing set with one back, you can still run like our 45 dive right here. All right, yeah, so 4 back, going through the 5 hole. And again, this is the play where we said this kid has to be an athlete, because we're telling our linemen where to block, okay, and who to block in our scheme. But he's going to have to read the first player that's on this side of the center, okay? And that's how we run our inside zone at the high school. So no different, he's going to take a bucket step right there. Quarterback is going to open up. His first step, if we're running dive and we've got a back in the backfield, it's a 45 or a 24, his first step is going to be, if I'm opening up to my right, it's going to be at 5 o'clock, and it's going to be a deep 5 o'clock step, and then I'm going to square back up into the A gap, okay? If I'm running to my left, it's going to be a 7 o'clock step, so I'm here, deep 7 o'clock step, and where he's kind of hopping back. I want him to get as much depth as possible to make this mesh as long as I can. So if I'm here, again, it's taking a snap, I'm stepping back, and I'm riding through, okay? So he would do the same thing here. Again, knowing our gap scheme, which is on gap down or on gap backer, we're coming right here, blocking down, because I don't have anybody on me, but I do have somebody in my gap, okay? We talked about at this lowest level, we were afraid to double and chip. That's okay. If we can work that double and chip concept, we can. If not, no big deal. But there's the guy that he's going to be responsible for. Nobody on me, nobody in my direct gap, I move up to the back. Okay? Remember, there's the help in there, but those guys didn't think that we could help. And that's okay. If we can't do that, that's fine. We have it. Probably, as we get a little bit older, we can start working that chip and move up to the next level. And then he's coming direct shot, aiming for the inside shoulder of that defensive end. His gap away is right there. we're coming through, quarterback steps back, 7 o'clock, rides it through, and then, again, you could do a motion, which if we were gonna go back here, it could be B rocket, and have him take off, all right? You could go B missile, which has him coming flat. Again, all those motions are in your playbook. So you can do motions just to try to get people moving, okay? So that's a way to run it out of 3 different base wing T looks, okay? Off of the dive pass. So I'll come back here, kind of show you what the footwork is for our dive pass against play action. Everybody runs a pop pass. And that's really what it is, all right? It becomes a pop pass. So if I'm in the straight T here, okay, all my footwork is going to be the same. He is still going to go kick out that defensive end, all right? We still want a block down concept. If I'm here, I still want this guy pressing down hard. These guys are going to be blocking back. He's coming up through. And it's just a quick, we're coming right here, stepping back, 4 o'clock, reading that, and then coming up and hitting the tight end. And they still run a pop pass in the NFL, college, and the high school level. But again, we're working on getting people vertical right through here, trying to get our linebackers to come fill. 1/1000 release, and then we hit it about 6 yards. It's just a real quick concept. You could also release that guy in the backside if you wanted to, and then you have an outlet swing right there. Okay, so again, footwork for a quarterback, which is pretty simple. Stepping at 4 o'clock deep, riding it, coming up and throwing over top. Okay, everybody runs pop pass, right? Everybody's done that. It's a pretty effective pass, especially at the youth levels. And then you can kind of see how this would work as these guys move through up to the next level. Okay, sweep concept. Okay, so it would be 48 or 27 sweep. All right. The way that I've got it drawn up, so that way our kids don't have to worry about reaching. Okay, I don't want their blocking schemes to change. Okay, so what we're going to do is, and I'll show you the footwork. The quarterback will open up on the midline. If we're going to block out to the right, and again, you guys said 6'2", quite a bit. You see that? All right, asking you guys, have the kids reached? Have they ever had to reach block?
They don't do it well.
Probably not real well. Okay, so again, thinking about our gap scheme, we could just know, listen, the A-hole is out there. You know, we're going to block there. We're going to block down. We're going to come up. This guy will then, I think our running backs could probably, you know, hey, your aiming point is this guy's outside shoulder. Okay? So whenever we ran sweep out of the straight T, he was our lead blocker, and his objective was to hit the outside shoulder of that back. All right? The fullback is going to step flat, and he's going to follow in the footsteps of this lead running back. So the fullback will be on a 3-point stance. He opens up, and he's reading that defensive end. If this running back misses his block, it's his job to pick him up. As we move forward, let's say that this guy does a nice job of sealing off this outside linebacker. All right, if he's there, he will then cut right off of his heels, and now he's moving up to the next level. So as he's running flat here, he sees that defensive end was blocked. I'm going to come right off his heels. I'm moving up to the next level, looking for the first enemy defender. And I'm right here, hand off. So the quarterback, he's going to step directly at 6 o'clock on the midline. And he's going to take 2 big steps. So he takes the snap, there's 1, there's 2, and then I hand it off, coming straight across. Once the quarterback hands off, so again, sweep to the right in 48, open up on the midline, I've stepped at 6 o'clock, take another step on the midline and square up, hand off, and then boot, out, opposite. Hand here, and boot opposite. Okay?
Just reverse bending.
Yeah, he opens up and reverses out. Right on the midline, step one, step two square, hand off. Okay? Running back comes across as fast as he can. All right, the quarterback's got to get back. All right. You get into a jet sweep situation. We'll run it out of two different ways. If you want to run it with a far backfield, okay? If the fullback is directly behind the quarterback, he is going to fake with a trap. I call it quick, okay? And there's a reason I call it quick, because when we, at the high school level, all of our stuff is named off of cities, all right? And so I have to use Q because I'm already using T for something else, okay? And it's a more important play for us than trap at that level. So if you wanted to run just regular sweep, okay, and you wanted to run 48 sweep, all right, that's no problem. So it would be 48 sweep right, all right, just be 48 sweep. This guy would still be your reach back, nothing changes for the fullback. But let's say you wanted to run jet sweep, all right, it would be, remember how we do this? I told you guys in America, we read left to right, so that's how we number our backs, or letter our backs, as far as who's going to go in motion. So because he's the first guy past the center to the right, he's automatically our B back. And that's how we do motion. We do that all the way up through. So if I have a wing here, all right, and I wanted to run a jet, sweep right. All right, so it would be a jet 48. And that tells you it's a jet 48 sweep. Okay, four back, a hold, a jet. And that's how I do my motion. Okay? And it really becomes simple. A lot of guys, they name their, so if you're in a spread look, and I know that's a little off topic, but if you're in a spread look at a 2x2, this guy will be known as the slot, or he'll be known as the J or the H, and then they call it all different types of motion. This is jazz or hop or hip. Okay? I don't do that, I just go A and B. And it makes it really simple. Our kids never have any question as to who is motioning, and I don't ever have to think about who I want in motion. I just know I want that first guy on the left side. I don't care if he's known as my slot or as my jack. I don't care. I just know he's A, and he's going in motion, and I can tell him what motion it is. So, a jet, all right, a missile all the way across, a rip, a rocket, and I don't have to change the names of those, of what that guy's going to do. I just know he's the first guy to the left of the center. In America, we read left to right, A and B, and that's how we do our motion. And it really is simple. So again, back at the ranch where I was at, if we go B jet, sweep left, okay? So anytime it's a jet sweep, this guy doesn't have time, all right, to lead out in front of the running back because it hits so quick. When the quarterback snaps the football, the jet guy should be at the heels of the backside guard. So if I'm running jet sweep to the left, I've got to time it up where I'm saying, ready, down, and I see him moving, and and he's on a full sprint, as fast as he can go across the formation. As soon as he gets to the heels of that backside guard, because I'm running sweep left, set it, and I open up. Now as the quarterback, I'm opening up flat to my line. So let's say that this crack in the floor is my offensive line, and I'm taking a snap right here. Down, set up. I'm not stepping here to hand it to him. I'm stepping flat down the line because I want this handoff to occur over here when I'm running jet sweep. Set up, so I'm here, and I get my back to the defense. And I hand it here. And then again, the quarterback boots opposite always in sweep because we'll run bootleg, boot action out of that. So if we're running a jet sweep concept, he's coming across the formation as fast as he can. Quarterback opens up on the midline or past the midline, He leads out, again, everybody's blocked down, and then he will fake a quick right there.
Would you ever want the running back that's leading out to be flanked out already?
We do that.
You know
So
what I
if
mean?
he's in double wing,
Yeah.
what I really, teams that run this really well, what we get a lot of is we get that look, and then they will go strong or weak with their fullback. And so they'll move him over. Okay? And if he's in a strong or weak set, well, now we can't run the quick concept. So he comes in motion there, and now you've got your double lead out there. What I would like our kids to get to a point to do, because we let our linemen play in space. Okay? If you're athletic enough, I want you in space, and you guys will see that with our varsity offense, with the amount of screen that we run. It's more fun as a lineman to get out and hit people out on the edge. It's a lot of fun. So you guys will have to decide with your kids. When running a jet sweep, the rule of thumb says do not block anybody from a 3 technique, which is a guy that plays on the outside shoulder of the guard, back. Because if you run it correctly, and this kid is flying, and the snap is timed up, and the quarterback comes down the line, this guy gets the football and bellies back a little bit, they say that he should not make that play. Okay? So what I would like us to be able to do is get that guy pulling around. So on the snap, the play side guard, obviously he's going to Nike pull open, and he's going to fly out, and he becomes that third guy out on the edge that's blocking. So if we were running it to a compressed set, the 3-man surface here, all right, he's going to block down, he's going to block down, and now I've got a guard out there leading in front when we run sweep. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So you got me, probably can't do that at the youngest level, but maybe when you start to get to your 4th graders, your 5th graders, if you can start teaching those kids, and really, what I really learned last year, because our line sucked, was that if these guys just got in their way, that was as good as a block. All right. And, when I was at Loudonville, it was a lot different. We were all about getting into your grill and finishing blocks. And if we could have last year at Mount Vernon, we would have, but we were about 190 pounds across the front. And so we just told them, let's play basketball. Just get these guys away. And let your backs make cuts off of that. And so at the older levels, I would like to see us start pulling that guy and getting him out and around.
So yeah, I tried that before last.
Yeah, I remember.
And the biggest issue that we had is our running backs were so much faster than the line that it was pointless. They were 5 yards ahead of them before they even.
Is that right? Okay. Well, maybe that's something that we can work on in camp next week. I can see what our linemen do as they
We pulled our
out.
guards last year.
What's that?
We pulled guards last year.
Yeah.
At JV.
It depends.
We had a couple that could do it.
Yeah, it depends.
We had a couple that could handle that.
The best 22 kids on your team, absolutely, but that's not necessary.
Right. No, I get. So one thing to think about, if that's the situation, if we've got a couple of fat guards that can't move, and that's okay. Now our guys should be great.
Right.
They should be blowing people off the line of scrimmage. Then just put your fullback in a strong set, a strong or a weak set, and let him be that extra blocker out there. Okay. Yeah, and that makes it nice. Another great thing, and it's just a tag, so you could go, let's just say you wanted to say, B-jet, sweep left, and you couldn't get these guys here, crack. And now as soon as you hear crack, you've got that linebacker right there, where normally our wing would reach him.
That's more, DJ, what you did.
Yeah.
And that's
very
That's
effective.
a nightmare, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good stuff right there. So there's ways to we have to be creative with our personnel. Again, I think I've told you guys, my biggest thing is if our terminology's on point,
Yeah.
we're in really good shape. The other great thing about this is that, our quarterbacks at the high school level, the junior high level, they're gonna be doing a ton of this, and that's called ball handling. And they're gonna be having guys come across their face and reading people. It takes such good ball handling to be an effective quarterback in this offense. And if we can teach that at a young age, oh man, it's gonna make us so good in 10 years.
I think these coaches here, we're directors, but these three coaches are good with it. But as you're talking to our coaches, if you could stress, like, our coaches want to go into team so fast.
Yeah.
Whereas, so we're red, white, and black. So the more you can stress to our coaches, like at the beginning of practice, let's not be red, white, and black. Let's be Wadsworth, and let's have linemen go here.
Right.
Let's have quarterbacks go here. Let's have, and we've tried that.
Yeah.
As directors, and it's worked with certain levels.
Sometimes.
Now they're running on the same.
But now we're running all the same plays, and with your backing,
Yeah.
I think we could get these coaches to go there and really have those ball handling drills and have the lineman drills and all that.
One thing that our staff will do, if again, I'm not in charge of the youth organization, I will be involved. So I
Yeah.
want to make sure our programs,
Now we're back.
the youth program's great. I mean, that's something that really drew me to Wadsworth. But our staff will come down and run practices.
Love
And I mean, that's part of it. I've got young coaches, and we want. I just moved my family, so we're here, right? I mean, we're not going
His
anywhere.
wife will be out there running.
She might.
it. Coach, that is huge.
So
because
we'll-
I just think your presence there will allow those types of drills to
Yeah.
happen.
I think it would be fun to bring our guys down for a half hour. Well, this is how we do individual,
Yeah, love it.
Well,
and.
it's something we've never had.
Yeah.
And I think it'll make a big difference. We're doing some things at the varsity level right now that are a lot different. I think they're gonna make a big difference. If we can get everybody doing that little bit extra, because Wadsworth's been really good. My objective is to get us from being good to great and be there consistently. So it's not a broken program, it just needs fixed a little bit. So there's ways to toy around with sweep. Obviously, off of sweep, you have boot. Okay? And this is my favorite play, especially at the youth levels, because of the counter action.
Shouldn't have drank coffee before I manned the camera.
You have to go.
You gotta go.
No, it's stabilization.
Stop.
Just throw it out on the floor. I'll dedicate our fire. Come on.
Mark?
So off of that, so if you have 48 sweep going that way, we run 48 boot left. Okay? And so these guys are still thinking 48. He's still gonna go set that edge. He's still gonna fake 48, but as soon as we hear boot left, that tells our quarterback, our backside tiller, and he turns into our play side tight end, and our fullback, you're now involved. Okay? When we run boot at the high school level, I know you can't do this at the lower levels, we will pull our backside guard and seal that in. We call it a question mark pull. Maybe again, 5th graders, 6th graders, we can get into that. At this level, it's going to be, probably end up having to be naked. Okay, it'll have to be a naked play. And that's okay if we can do this. If this guy's here, all right, if we can get him to go here and then there. Okay, so just kind of thinking about that. Can I get my tight end knowing it's boot left, this is my play, I get to run out. All right, it's going to be a slower developing play. Can I smash that in real quick and then get into my route? Because actually the play action part of it, if he comes down and he blocks down real hard on that guy and just gives him a nice shot in the shoulder, that kid's eyes are going there anyway. So that'll get him more open. So if we can get a smash, and then he just takes off vertical into like a corner route, right off the bat, this fullback quarterback, rather than leading out on sweep, he steps and he runs off the heels of the tackle. Okay? And his aiming point is 5 yards on the sideline. Okay? He wants to get out as quick as he possibly can. So the quarterback is going to open up, again, it's a sweep play, so I still open up at 6 o'clock on the midline. Down set hut, open up here. Now, as soon as I take my first step, the fullback, who's here, and generally leads to the right on 48 sweep, now his first step is here, and I'm coming and I'm trying to stay low, that way I can be outside of this tackle. I want to be inconspicuous. I don't want this outside linebacker to be able to see me. I want to get out there fast because I'm the primary receiver. So the quarterback reverses out on the midline, 6 o'clock, takes another step, squares up, and gets a great fake on a handoff. Okay? So he's here, 6 o'clock square, right. Okay, so I fake my sweep. Now, off of that, that's when my boot action comes. So we'll teach our quarterbacks, we'll teach the young guys, we're going to work on them next week. They're going to open up for sweep, second step, square, all right, that way they can play it off their outside foot, and turn, and we call it yank your head around, and we get our head around right now. And we're looking short to deep. We want to be able to throw off the run to that little 5 yard, and it just becomes like throwing a dart. All right, and this play is always open. Because this kid's not disciplined, he's picking daisies, and this kid doesn't know what he's doing, right? I mean, normally when you're putting that kid in, especially at the 3rd grade level, okay? So you're looking short to deep. And then can I throw a vertical? And again, that's a great little play action, and it's great footwork and it's great ball handling by our quarterbacks, which is really important to us. That he rides it across, and then he nakeds out. And he can throw it quick, or he can take it. If they play great defense, and he follows him, and he takes him, then the quarterback runs. Okay?
My long term, you will almost never see the end line up inside.
Yeah.
It's always outside shoulder.
Okay?
And some of them are flared out a
Yeah,
long
and
way.
Some of them are even beyond outside shoulder, like a yard out.
Yeah, and your corners going up 5 yards off the ball, way outside, not deep like that. So the deep routes can be more open than that shallow route.
Okay, so you're saying you're going to get an end, but you're going to get a linebacker right here? And then a corner here?
No, assume 5, or a 5.
A 50, okay.
You'll never see 4-4 on you, ever.
Okay.
So then, yeah,
If we do, we'll be in shock.
our league is very conscious that that's against the sweep.
Yep.
Because we have a team like Kenmore that's all they have is speed.
Okay.
And so everybody we do it. I mean, we put everybody way on the outside, and we dare them to run up the middle. Because we usually put 2 studs in the linebacker,
Mhm.
and then we put 2 studs on end that are protecting the outside.
Okay.
That's almost, and you almost have to do it.
And so they're going to go what, corners?
You have a corner out there, yeah.
Corner
You're
out
going to put a
there.
corner here, a corner here. Is it 5-3 then?
Yeah.
A lot of times you're going to get 5-3.
Right, special first. I know
Yeah.
Look at that.
we ran
No
5-4
safety,
last year.
What's that?
We ran 5-4.
A 5-4? Okay. Well, so you're worried about this guy then?
Yeah.
I understand why now. All right, let me think about that. Because this is a great play. I mean, and I need to think about how
Well,
we
your
can.
deep route's gonna be open, because that corner's gonna take that running back.
Right.
What we started doing last year was the ends almost always came up hard, and if you get the tight end to just ride him, and if he rides him, just let his momentum take him out,
Right.
and just stay on his hip and ride him. Most of the time, you can still get in there. The corner's the one, like Matt said, that's lurking out there, right in that pass in the pattern.
But a lot of time what you'll see is if they do take the end out, then that backer will come in and fill. And so like if you're trying to run, off tackle there, then the backer will fill that.
Right. Okay.
Backer should be following his opposite guy though over here, shouldn't he?
Get that guy there. He's going to be open.
to completion is very low percentage.
Sure. And that's why I want this.
Yeah, you gotta have.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But if that corner is this way, he's gonna take that guy out.
Right.
Well, he may pick him up. If you're running, if you're faking the sweep.
But yeah, I mean, I
Bless
get
you.
it.
So, he may go that way. He may not see that fullback coming up.
Where's your four back going in this?
This guy, I mean, he's
No,
faking
you're four.
sweet.
You're four.
For,
Faking the
he's
sweep.
my sweet guy.
Which technically,
He's the sweet guy. And again, generally, it would look like this.
So I think we've ran similar with that, what we did is have the middle back take the end, typically.
Okay, so then it was just this guy going deep.
Right.
Okay.
Is the backside tight end just walking?
He does. He doesn't have to.
Run track. They run across to it.
Yeah, that's actually what we did, is we would run both of them.
So he could go there, and we could have this guy,
Yeah, a little more shallow.
and have him get across.
Can he get across there? That's the question.
To develop.
Well, not if we have great play action.
Right, no. I think that would work.
yeah.
That
By enough
and we
time.
just have to get through there.
Unless your backers are chipping that end and your corner is disciplined doing that zone coverage, he's gonna pick them up.
It's still a read depending on who you're
Well,
playing,
here's the
so.
thing, listen, if we can get our defense to do that, to chip ends and read and, then I think that we should be able to. And again, I cut my teeth as a defensive guy, but the more I've done offense now, it's like, well, that's where all the advantage is at. So if I can get my linebackers to read those guards and never, and these defenses, then by God, I ought to be able to get this guy to do that.
He says they read the guards because he coaches defense. They don't read the guard.
No, they don't do guards, but they do.
They'll
chip
read
that
the
end.
backfield,
They'll
and
chip
they'll-
that drag route.
I mean, so these inside linebackers will,
Yeah.
even if I've got sweet flow.
Yeah, your sweep flow, they
Going that
just
way.
ran 50 yards.
Tom will Kyle Hole.
Kyle's a guided
I think if
missile.
you're running the sweep and then you come with that, they're not chipping anybody.
That's true too. So it's feeding off everything else.
Yeah, I think that tight end can make it through there.
Yeah,
I mean, he should, if this guy's, and you're saying that he plays out,
yeah.
well, that ought to be a free release.
It is.
That's
Right,
what that
usually
shield is.
this kid will be sitting out here. This safety, as soon as he sees flow that way, he's going. You're thinking maybe the inside linebacker. We'll chip.
Yeah.
One of the things that we do, we actually were just going over this concept, our drive concept. What happens is when people try to drag, they just get too deep. All right? So we tell our guys, when we have them, their aiming point is 5 yards on the opposite hash. So we'll tell our slot receivers, your initial aiming point, you're going to work through the heels of that tackle and across. So literally, you could have your tight ends, rather than go up and around, our drive concept, when this slot receiver, if I see the heels of that defensive end right there, that's my aiming point, as I try to work across the field to 5 yards.
Well, our guys are gonna be pass blocking, so they're not being pushed outward. So he could come real flat across there.
So he should, he could widen out a little bit on this, and you could. And again, with flow, I'm hoping that,
They're biting that way.
that it might be that guy. It might be that guy that gets him, but this action right here, with the quarterback reversing out and him going that way, certainly, I don't think he should be able to do it if we stay flat. He should at least respect a little bit of the sweep. I don't know. So just something to think about. But this is a tough play, because you always get that open. Now, when you do advance, and we move guys up, Right, kind of like that then? Is that still what I'm still gonna see?
Yep.
Yeah, that, or you can see that safety line with the actors.
Okay, so he'll move down and do it.
At the lower levels.
Sure.
Well, the Kenmore runs that at Barstow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put the best in.
Okay, so they'll put him up there. But once, as we move up, you know, I get jet motion going that way, and he reaches out. And then now you've got your backside drag. I mean, if we can get that guard to pull, this is a staple in the wing T offense, boom, wagger. All right.
Maybe we should put some of our best athletes on too. I mean,
Well, they need to be athletic.
yeah.
You know, they need to be athletic.
Not that we have that much of a problem, but one of the rules in the league is the yellow stripe guys, so the big heavy.
Sure, right. They gotta be like,
Yeah.
so.
But not all, we don't have that.
Yeah, we don't have that, I mean.
But-
I think we don't have
Maybe
that.
we used to have.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. Again, this may not be a lower level play. This may be another
Yeah,
level
sure.
where we have to do it. Again,
Well, like you said, as these kids are going through it, from the lower level kids today, when they're at varsity
Yeah.
level, now we can, I think we'll be able to do a lot more.
yeah. So if we want to run it at the youngest level, you know, this guy can be that kick out blocker. And then as he goes older, then he can be the one that actually gets to run the route. And then now lineman or blocking lineman. So that's something that, you know, that you can toy with. Again, you don't have to run it. It's just, it's a fun concept because that kid's always open in the flat. All right. Power. Okay, a lot like sweep, except now we're going to kick out. I'll just draw everything up to a 5-3 then. Okay, we're running 46 or 25 power. These guys, he's going to block down. Again, we're going to block down. Again, I know that we're not doubling. I'm just saying everybody's blocking back. Okay. He's going to come in and he's going to kick out the end man on the line of scrimmage. It's just a typical power play where you've got your play side, your front side running back kicking out the end man on the line of scrimmage. Fullback is going to lead up through for the play side linebacker, and it's just an old school off tackle, open up on the midline, come across face. Quarterback's going to again open up at 6 o'clock. Now his second step is the handoff step. All right, because the running back, he'll be in his 3-point stance. He's coming off, and his point foot, his plant foot, is directly at the hole. Inside arm up, and then we take the handoff. Again, going inside out, this play side running back is going to take an inside step up, kick out the defensive end. Fullback is going to cut ring off of his heels with the kick out. Play side linebacker, everybody's blocking down. All right. And running back leads up through. Okay. Out of double wing, he comes into rip motion. And you can run it to a split side or a 3-man service. Going to move back, and again, nothing changes, guys. We're just, we're going to block back, block back, block back. Sounds like that's the easiest thing to do. Okay. Yeah, we run a lot of power. We run power read with our quarterback, but the blocking scheme is the same. Everybody's blocking back.
So what is that play called in the huddle? Is that going to be a grizzly left?
Yeah, left
How do you
grizzly.
call that motion?
Left grizzly, B rip, 25 power. B rip. So that's rip motion, when we're just ripping you back. And his aiming point would be to come back to where he was if he was in the straight T. So he's here, boom, take the ball.
You move that down.
Yeah, so it'll be down, and then the quarterback sends it down. So, hook, coming through. All right. And then power pass. Maybe this is probably the better pass for this age. Okay. So you're still getting your flat corner concept. Quarterback looks just like power. Steps here, second step, rides it through for that power back, and now he's kind of getting on a little half roll. And again, he's going to look short to deep, hoping that we've run off tackle enough that this guy has started to creep in a little bit. This play side running back, he needs to make it look like power, where he's going to aim, rather than aiming for the inside shoulder of this defensive end where he kick him out on power. Now he's going to aim for the outside shoulder of that defensive end, run right past him, 5 yards to the flat. Okay? And you're hoping that the play action draws these guys in. Again, that might be the pass, that might be the route that's open, but this should be open quite a bit as well. And now we do have a blocker on that edge, that fullback.
DJ, that kind of play right there is what, a couple of years ago, Rob Lynn would run that play, Barrett, and it worked.
Yeah.
That guy is open, the guy in the flat.
The flat. I mean, just because the play, I ran this offense in high school and we were always open. That wasn't that long ago. So, again, stressing this kind of stuff, everything is based off of how good is the quarterback's ball handling. Is he getting it in the gut? Are these kids carrying out their fake? Are the linemen blocking hard? Are these guys blocking? That's what sells play action. So you've got power pass. Again, power pass, open up at 6 o'clock, second step at 6, ride that fake, and then come off looking short to deep. All right, and then the last one I want to do real quick is counter. Okay. If we're going to run 45 counter or 43 counter, we're not going to pull and trap anybody. We're going to try to get split flow here. And what I mean by that is that quarterback is going to open up right here, and we're going to try to get flow going to that side, except for the fullback. The fullback is going to come up, and he's going to lead on this back. So the fullback's first steps out of the tee is going to be straight there, and it's like he's going to ISO block. Where we're hoping we get the counter action is with this play side or this backside running back. He will, right off the bat, make it look like he's running an ISO on this side. So he's gonna come out of his stance, fullback will go there, I'm coming right off of his heels, and I'm gonna get a great fake from my quarterback, dip my shoulder, and come right up in there and try to draw these two linebackers. So the quarterback will reverse out, and he's going to stay flat here. He reverses out, 6 o'clock again, everything's on the clock. Right here, square up and ride that guy through the hole. Meantime, this back, he jabs forward and out. So his jab step, he's on this back side, he's here. So he takes a good jab, and then he crosses back, aiming point coming right off the heels, getting the handoff from the quarterback, and now we've got a lead blocker, we've got split flow, so hopefully we get linebackers moving that way, and it's just a counter play. Okay? Pretty simple counter play. As you progress, I don't know if we can do it, but the way it's drawn up in the playbook, if you get into a double wing set, this is a lot of fun to run. It would be a jet, all right, and then it would be 25 counter left, or 23, I'm sorry, 23 counter left. So he's going to fake the jet, opening up here, all right, and then his second and third step. So he opens up here, fakes it, and then his second step, his third step, and his fourth step are like a pirouette. Because at that same point, this guy is getting deep, and he's coming back through, okay? And again, the fullback will do the same thing. He'll lead up on that guy, but we're getting jet motion fake here. So the quarterback, again, he reverses out, first step there, second, third, fourth, and then he rides the wing back, who's going to bucket step to begin with. He'll be a wing here. The jet man is going to come underneath of him because on hut, he opens up here, 1, 2, 3, and then he plants and he drives down through and takes an inside handoff, and that's always been a big play for us, just a counter play right there.
So that's a bear left, B,
Be a jet?
A jet.
Yep. 23 count. And the jet guy carries out his fake and he stays flat. Okay? And again, we're hoping split flow here. We get those guys moving because of the jet. We don't have to worry about him because if he tackles the jet guy did his job. All right? And this is a really, really tough play to defend because of the action. All right? When you start getting jet motion guys going that way, it becomes really, really nice. You get linebackers, you get safeties, you get everybody flowing. So again, misdirection in the wing T offense, misdirection in the spread offense, that's what we do. All right. A throwback play, again, we call this throwback, where we're going to, off of counter, we fake it. So this would be, it would be 23 counter throwback. All right, so split flow right here. He goes out. Fullback to the flat. Quarterback opens up. Running back jab steps, comes across, takes the defensive end, and then the quarterback sets up and he looks to throw the flat. That's probably the better play for that age, if you can get your kids to remember that play, fullback to the flat, because now I've got my backside blocker, who was my fake back. Quarterback opens up, fakes here, backside running back comes across, fakes there, and then quarterback comes up, throws it to the flat. And now we do have a blocker for this backside defensive end. So then maybe that's what you do, as opposed to running a boot and having him sprint out. Again, I'll draw that up and just kind of show you the progression of it. Release for a corner route, we tell them go 10 yards, run to the back pile onto the end zone. All right. Split flow, quarterback reverses out, fullback comes through the flat. He's going to go up through the middle of the field, or up through the middle of the line, run 5 yards to the flat, counter step this way, fake an ISO on this side, double fake right there, he'll block the backside end, and the quarterback just pulls up. All right, open up, fake there, turn, throw to the flat, and throw deep. And maybe that'll be a way to occupy that corner and get that guy vertical over. All right. So we have enough guys that we can run through some of this from a backfield action. Okay, we can walk through it, but we've got enough guys here. So let's go over dive first. So what I need is three guys to put their heels right on this. So if we're here, we can go, we'll just start in the T, we'll go over our dive. So back's heels, or back's toes are going to be at 3 yards. Okay, so they're going to be right here. Get this part?
Yeah.
quarterback will be right here. If we're gonna run 44 dive here. I'm sorry, 24 dive.
Let me ask this too.
Yep.
That was a dumb question, but based on your numbering system, you got 0, 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yeah, so what
You
I
always draw the 4 up here.
I know. Here's why. So because of I can't tell the kids zone left. All right, so I have to tell them, where I want all the. If we were running zone left, our tackle is going to block here no matter what. He's always going to step to his left. Well, if I call it 42 dive, okay, well then he's got to go here because of his gap rules. And so that's why I tell them, the 4 hole where we're at, that your outside edge is there, you've got to block this way. And that's why I do it. Okay. All right, so if we go 24 dive right now, you're going to kick out the end man on the line of scrimmage. This tackle is going to block head up. This center is going to block head up, and this guard's going to come out right there. Okay. Go right now. You're going to take a bucket step. All right. So your first step here, your outside foot is going to split his crotch. Your first step is going to be right here, bucket step, and then you're going to aim right for this inside a gap right here, and then you go off to the right. All right. Here we go. Down. Set hook. Quarterback steps back. Right there. Good. Okay. So quarterback's going to step at 4 o'clock, or sorry, at 5 o'clock, and he's going to reach way back. Go again. Here we go. Down. Set hook. Right through there. All right. And then once that quarterback hands off, he comes down the line for there. All right. If we go, now we're going to go 45. All right, so again, you get to kick out the end. You get to be my bucket step guy, open up to your right, and then come flying down the line here. Well, there's no flying. Yeah, this will match up real well then. Here we go. Down. Set hook. Right there. Perfect. And then the quarterback comes down the line, fakes a pitch. Cool, simple enough. Yeah. If we do it out of double wing. So now let's just say it's going to be
Bear.
Yeah, bear.
Yep. So now it's going to be either 30, let's just say it's A jet, 34 dive. Okay? So now it'll be you won't bucket step, but you'll lateral step to your right. And then it's going to be straight down the hill. So yeah, so your first step will be here. All right. So you'll go in jet motion. I'll give a fake. Okay?
I'm down, right?
You're going to go on my heel. So it'll be down. And then I'll send you. Okay? And we'll get our fake timed up. What you're going to do is once you get the ball or get the fake, you'll occupy this defensive end. Okay? Here we go.
Wait, I just hit
You're going to release that. Yep.
Oh.
Here we go. Down. Set hook. Right there. Okay, we hit the dive play.
Get back a little further.
So if it was B jet 35, you're my jet guy. Your outside foot's up, right? And on that snap, you go as fast as you can.
Are we not down?
No, not when you're in the wing. Okay, here we go. Down. Set hook. You get the fake, and then you carry it off. That's all right. That's all right. Okay, let's come on back and we'll go. So if we're going to go 44 count, all right, so that's going to be you. You are going to go up and you're going to lead on this inside line. All right? You're going to come across, you jab to your left, you go lead right now. All right? I'm going to reverse out right here. You're coming right across my face. So a fake, and then it's here with the quarterback, and then he boots out. Okay? Here we go. Down.
Hey, real quick,
Yeah.
we go down on your down?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep,
Okay.
everybody.
All right.
Down. Set hook. Quarterback boots out. All right. So if we go 25 counter, this is a flow, lead up through. You jab to your right and then come back across. Good. And you're straight through. There we go. Down. Set hook. Then the quarterback boots out. All right? Pretty simple. So if we go out of a double wing set, Here's where it'll get a little bit trickier. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go B-jet, go nice and slow. Flip close. Okay. B-jet, he's going to go in front of you. I'll reverse out. You're going to take a step. You're going to open up to the inside. So you're here already. Your first step's here. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And your objective is to get back to the point where you would have started. You would have been in the bone. All right? So it's open it up here. We're 1, 2, 3. And then you want to come and you want to hit right up in the middle. Okay? Follow your dad. He's the big nasty block. All right? Here we go. Down. Set, hook. And you go underneath it. So as the quarterback, I'm going to open up. I'm opening up here. I'm giving a fake. 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to lead you up through. Okay? Here we go. Down. Set, hook. Right up through. All right? Let's do it one more time. Down. Set, hook. Good. Right up through. Okay? All right. Power. So we'll go back. Cub right here, and we're going to go right off tackle. Your first step will be up on this side, up, and then aiming point inside shoulder of the defensive end. Kick him out. Coming right off the heels of this tackle. Or right off the heels of the tight end. He's kicking out the end man. Tight end's here. He's blocking down. He's blocking up, and you're leading for this play side running back or play side linebacker. Running back. You follow his dad. You have to kick out, and they're going to split it. He's going to kick out. He's going to lead up through it. You follow him. All right. Quarterback steps at 6 o'clock on the midline. Second step, hands it, and then I follow you on this on power. Here we go. Down. Set, hook. Pretty simple. All right, if we go 46 power to the right, you kick out, he leads up through. Here we go. Yep. Down. Set, hook. Okay, out of a wing set. All right, I'm going to have him do it. So on this, again, defensive end, tight end's going to be right here. All right. So your defensive end's going to be out here. So in this, you'll have your wing shoot in just a little bit, just a hair. So that way he can take an inside step and then seal this guy out. Your objective on your motion, this would be B rip, A, B. So if you see rip, and it looks like this. So everybody knows that's their abdomen, that's their butt. So it would be B rip. Okay? We're right here. 1, 2, 3. And you want to get back close to the starting point you would be as if you were in come. Right here. Okay? Here we go. Down. Set, hook. Good. Then follow him up through. Almost bumped.
Yeah, I know.
All right. We'll go A-jet or we'll go B-jet sweep left. B-jet, 27. All right, so you're going to come across as fast as you can. Don't wait on me. You sprint. How fast can you get from here to here? When you get the handoff, so you're coming here, you're a yard behind the quarterback's butt. That's your aiming point as you come across. So if I'm right here, you want to get right to the middle of this when you come across. The 3 back, if you're not as strong, then you fake quick. Yep, if we're running jet motion, because you won't be able to get in front. All right, you would reach right here, and again, we try to pull a guard around if we can. All right, can I get a guard? There we go. So you'll see where I snap the football, when his feet are, or when he gets to the outside foot of this guard here, you'll see when I snap the ball, if you turn and jog around, you should be. All right, we're a little tight right now, but we're okay. We're gonna find out. All right, and then you'll fake the quick straight up here. All right.
Wait, am I going in motion?
You're going in motion, so it's B-jet as fast as you can. when you get the ball here, you want to belly it back a little bit. Okay? Because he's going to reach, he's going to pull and come around, and you want to belly behind, so now you can cut off of this guard as you come through. All right? There we go. Down. Set hit. Good. We can go one more time here.
You're sprinting that
Fast as you can go. Fast as you can go. You want when you're in your stance, you want your shoulders to be square here. Square to the camera, because I don't want them to know if you're going right or left. And then you take off. When I give you that signal, boom, go as fast as you can. All right? Down. Set hit. Beautiful. Good. Very good. All right. Come on back and we'll go dive pass. We'll be a tight end. Now you can catch it. So we'll go 45 dive pass. Okay? So you're gonna just reach out on this guy. If it's a person that's on the outside, you're gonna block out 1/1000 and then just release flat down the field. Okay? Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's not gonna be a fly. I'm gonna hit you.
Rick, you're either the outside linebacker or the corner.
So you're here, boom, and it's just a pop pass. All right, you'll take your bucket step, come down the line, you get the defense then. Build from there. Here we go. You're taking a bucket step and then coming straight through for me. All right, here we go. Down. Set hook. Here we go. Little bit more. 1/1000, 2, and then release. All right. Here we go. Come on, DJ. Yeah, counted to 1.
He counted to 1.
Here we go. Down. Set hook. Right there. Oh, bad throw. The longer that he can hold that, the better we'll be. Let this play action go through. Let's go. What did we do? We did sweep. Okay. Let's do power pass. Okay. So we'll have you run your flat. All right. So what you're going to do when you play defensive end for us? He's going to be right here playing defensive end. If we were running power and I was giving the ball here, your job would be to come inside out and kick him out. If we run 46 power pass, now you're our primary receiver in the flat. So rather than aiming for his inside shoulder and kicking him out, I'm going to aim for his outside shoulder. I'm going to dip and rip, and I'm going to get you 5 yards right here in the flat. You'll pick him up, okay? And then you'll carry the fake up through. Anybody that fills right here, you've got it. All right? Here we go. Down. Set hook. Try it one more time.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Down. Set hook. Okay. Good catch.
What was that? Yeah. Oh, he's just like his dad. He just eats it up.
Come across, kick your defensive end. You're running iso on this side. Here we go. Down. Set hook.
Yeah,
Great.
a lot of material to work with.
I love it. I love it. So let's go A jet. All right, we're going to go A jet, and we are going to run 25 pounds. All right, so again, rather than faking him, after you go, still get my jet ready. Come up through, come around.
It's grassy, both.
If you come out here with your mower, Rick, we're in trouble.
Taking off on so you're here, and then come back. All right. That's good right there. You would be a linebacker. You would come in on it. Here we go. Down. Set hook. You've got split flow. You got jet going that way. Okay, so now let's go A rip, okay, and then we are going to run 44 dive, all right, or 24 dive. A rip, 44 or 24 dive. So you go in the rip motion, okay, you'll come kick out, you bucket step, come on up through on the dive. Yep, just
Brian's
like
gonna have
that.
to do this fast.
Here we go. So A rip back there, and you'll carry it off that way. Down. Set hook. Dive. Come on in. I know the 4 hole. That's what's that's the one that running backs are going to have to remember. When they hear dive, we're diving in tight, but I have to call it a 4 because of where I want my lineman to block. This is going to be the one play that you're going to have to coach the running.
Where they gotta go
back.
3?
It's going to.
He
We
runs
want it to
the-
be an A gap.
Because he
play.
uses the 0.
What you'll do.
It's a kids are used to.
But if I say 20, then the linemen are going to go. He's going to block out where I want them all getting that action of blocking down and up.
Oh, okay.
So they're going to have a nose here. This first guy that's past the center, if they're in a 5-man front, this will be the guy that can get. And if we get a great block on him, okay, drive it up here, he crashes this way, then we got to cut. All right. Here we go. Down. Set hook. Good. Right there, a little bit tighter. That's all right. That's the one play that's a little screwy. All right, so let's go right, Grizzly. Put you back there. And let's go B rip 25 power.
He's got
So
another.
you're going to rip back.
Oh,
You're
sit.
going to run power.
Yeah.
He's going to kick out. You lead up through.
We might have to do this playbooks for the kid.
Well, I'm wondering.
Going back
Easy
and
for us to
forth.
stay back here. I wouldn't know where to
So
go.
that's where
I
I'm
I'm
don't.
just making sure.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
So
So
this is a red
because they're double tight.
I can set it up, but I'm not good at X's and O's.
But
Well, and
right
I'm
or
thinking if we
left
get the
doesn't matter.
playbook, we could almost put the playbook formation, like possibly put that up on, if I can find a way to put that in the video, and then put.
Let's go into red bear. Let's go B jet, and let's go 35 dive. This will be you. You're gonna go B jet across, and I'll just fade right here, straight off. Down. Set hook.
Well,
Cool.
the other thing is you can't.
What else?
We don't have to
You wanna go?
the wing over.
This will be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna teach.
Then, yeah.
We're gonna have. When is your camp? Next week. But Monday, Tuesday,
Wednesday or Tuesday, Thursday. All right. I work from home, so I'm gonna try to come down.